So we'll start Friday's news review, if you like, with first of all, there's this petition, Shine the Light, Help End Human Trafficking and Child Sex Abuse. I'll put a link in the description if you want to go and sign it for the petition. It's to do with the ITNJ, Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Human Trafficking and Child Sex Abuse. On a personal note, I don't believe that they'll make any difference, but having said that, you know, it's worth a go. And this Mail Online. Disgraced police inspector who admitted making or distributing more than 300 indecent images of children is sacked. Lee Bartram of West Midlands Police accessed 328 indecent images and films. One indecent video found was a boy aged just 6, a court was told. The disgraced inspector has now been kicked off the force over horror case. Why isn't it being prosecuted for it? Because if that was you or me, we would be prosecuted and be in prison for it. But because he's a pig, he gets to walk free, just gets sacked, probably hired by another force. Or service, as they should be. As you can see, the collapse has begun. Shocking video of the economic collapse, 2018 stock market crash. I've been telling you this, I've been saying this is coming for a long time now, and others are finally starting to realise, yes, it is. By design. So get used to it. I do believe we need to go through this to wake the rest of the sleeping brothers and sisters up, so that they can, well, we had one 10 years ago, how come we've got another one? Because the criminals in charge have caused it. And I think this will be the final straw that breaks the camel's back, that makes everyone realise we are run by a bunch of satanic, Luciferian, Zionist-controlled scum. As you can see, councils have over 22 billion in reserves. New figures published today show that England's 444 local so-called authorities hold 22.5 billion in non-ring-fenced reserves. So the likes of your council has got more than enough money to say we don't need council tax this year. But they're never going to do it because they're a bunch of frigging crooks. And as for Nottingham Criminal Cartel, well, they love bathing in their money. They have swimming baths full of it and they just dive in it, laughing at the poor, and then continually introducing new ways to fine us. Have you had enough of the governments and councils yet? If not, why not? I was overwhelmed. Nicola Cole on her new drama Black Earth Rising. World leaders side with UK against Russia. Well, that must mean that all the leaders are Zionists as well then, or at least Zionist controlled puppets. No deal Brexit means deeper cuts to Britain's public sector. Chancellor warns that new spending cuts are on the cards if negotiations with Brussels fail. Wait a minute. How about we just repeal the 72 Act, say, so long, it's been a horrible 30 or 40 years in this dictatorship and we're glad to be out of it, do one. Leaked documents show that disaster planning is underway for mass disruption to UK's air and rail services with Europe. Brexiteers accuse Treasury of reviving Project Fear tactics. Well, of course they are. Tributes to Burt Reynolds. Now, I don't think he was a pedo, but he could have been, because it seems anyone that's in that sort of area has involvements with that. But I do know he liked women, so that's a good sign, I suppose. Tax cut for white van mans is scrapped. But tax is still not being taken off Amazon and and all the other ones that just make trillions and walk around tax free. But of course, if you were earning £500 a week, say for instance, we're coming after you for tax, national insurance, and anything else we can rob off you. Oh, and then we're going to put tax on your fuel, your clothes, your shoes, everything else as well, because we are in actual fact taxed to frigging death. Why hedgehogs love the city. Energy bills price cap. How you can save money. Panic in the White House over sleeper cell. Robert Fisk in Syria. Mark Steele on Tony Blair's new friend. The Times. Hundreds of thousands lose bank details as BA hacked. Phew, fresh hope at last for unwashed millennials. Burt Reynolds again. Reckless Russian agents could have killed 4,000. Intelligence report reveals full scale of risk to public from Salisbury Novichok dose. They're still pushing this utter bullshit. The photos that have come out of them walking down the corridor, which you can see here, with the same date and time stamp to the second. So I suspect they've done here exactly what the Zionist-controlled Americans did on 9/11 and just put their own time stamp on it. And with that frigging thick, they couldn't even change it because they are dumb at the end of the day. And as you can see, they're not wearing hats there, and yet in the other one they are wearing hats. Now, hats are quite interesting because with a hat, you tend to wear it on your head. You don't carry it around in your hand because why would you when you can just simply put it on your head? So, again, more misdirection in this bullshit stuff. Everyday fail. As Trump and the West vow revenge on Putin, who's mobilising 300,000 troops, could Novichok plunge world into conflict? Well, that's been the plan all along. 380,000 bank cards hacked from BA. Bert the bandit who broke so many hearts. Mirror. As you can see, that's how you wear a hat. Notice they're not carrying it in the hands. Novichok smuggled in by Russian diplomats. Have you any evidence of that? I didn't think so. You're just spouting the government propaganda line, aren't you? Tears for Star Reynolds. Film legend Burt dead at 82. And there he is with Farrah Fawcett, who's also dead, I think. Hollywood in mourning after iconic sex symbol suffers heart attack. The utter scum. Legend Burt is dead at 82. Exclusive. Johnson out. Bonking Boris booted out. Top Tory accused of cheating on her again. Couple separated after she had enough. Who'd sleep with that moron? Express. At long last, energy firms told to slash your bills. Well, just a minute there then. If the government could do that, why haven't they done it before? Why haven't they stopped them increasing year after year after year after year? Because they've all got shares in them. Burt Reynolds, Hollywood legend, dies at the age of 82. As shocking new figures reveal 4 in 5 burglaries and 3/4 of all vehicle thefts now go unsolved, we ask, have police given up on chasing criminals? Of course they have. Otherwise they'd have those bastards in Parliament, wouldn't they? And they've given up trying to help with these sort of crimes because they're too busy assisting bailiffs throw people out of their homes and smashing down doors because you've not paid your gas or electric bill. Far more important than catching criminals, as far as the police are concerned, at any rate. But of course this is all part and parcel of the police are so incompetent, which they are, that we need to get G4S in, who are going to be even more incompetent anyway, as proven by the incompetence they've got running the jails. Telegraph. Will you go gooey over spiced honey? So now they're starting to put additives into one of nature's most precious gifts. Returning UK jihadist to face 10 years in jail. Well, I don't believe that for a second, but let's put it like, let's think of another way we could do that. Oh, you returning jihadist, are you? Right. Go back to where you've just come from. You're out. You're deported for good. BA customer details stolen in massive hack. And they want a cashless society where all your details can be stolen. Hollywood star Burt Reynolds dies at 82. GCHQ chief plots revenge on Russia. But they did it, so why would they plot revenge on Russia when they actually did it in the first place? Prince, my latest battle is against crazy AI. Tax blow for self-employed. Ooh, how about tax blow for MPs as their wages are cut to minimum wage with no expenses at all? You see how quickly the things change. Parasite. Metro. Mog. EU nationals will have no right to stay. Bullshit. Total bullshit. Don't believe a word that any MP utters because it's all lies. Who's the traitor in the White House? Who's the traitor in Parliament? All of them. Hackers attack British Airways. Call your bank. 308,000 affected customers are urged. Novichok, just a Novi joke to Russia because they know it's got nothing to do with them and it was performed by our own secret services, MI5, MI6. Hollywood legend Burt dies at 82. The view from the ridge. Are the Kremlin hitmen more Bean than Bond? No, because it wasn't them. It was MI5 and MI6 who did it. Parasite Blue. Anything but independent. The White House's whodunit mystery. Russian relations are as cold as ever. I quite like the Russians. Reasons to fear for the future of Egypt. Pickford, the heart of this New England. Learn to live. War Child. The Lost Generation. As Britain goes back to school, the independent campaigns to help child refugees across the world get the education they need to survive. How about our kids get educated correctly instead of all this transgender bullshit being pushed on them and this transgender bathrooms and that? It's an utter disgrace, and it just shows you we are controlled and run by Luciferian, satanic, evil Zionist scum. And you know that this migrant bullshit is just bullshit, because how many migrants has Israel taken? Correct, 0. Brexit, what's the point? UK negotiators admit that May's favoured Chequers deal will give Britain absolutely no competitive advantage over the EU. What do you expect from a Zionist traitor? Financial Times. The financial sector has only got bigger signs since the crisis. The FT report from the front line in Ukraine. The Apple story is shifting to services. India revokes colonial ban on gay sex. So even they're being destroyed by the Satanists. May's switch to energy price cap set to benefit 11 million households. Savings fall short of pledge. What a shock. Suppliers avoid price shock. Labour attacks level of curb. In other words, it's not enough. It just simply isn't. Remember, or should I say, recall how we were sold the privatisation of the gas electric companies. It'll be more competitive. You'll have lower prices. Since then, the prices have gone up so fast that ordinary men, women and children can't afford to warm their homes anymore. The elderly are freezing to death because of the Satanist government. US claims North Korea ordered hacker to launch attacks including WannaCry. Trump blames deep state for critical articles. I would agree. I would wholeheartedly concur with that. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.